saw some of who you were involved with and tried to start connecting and building a straw man argument of what they thought you were possibly up to.
Absolutely. They were saying that I was like the West Coast rap industry's gun and drug supplier, which is ridiculous. Why would they need to get stuff from Salt Lake when they're in California? You know what I mean? So it was ridiculous. But what we later found out when we were doing I'm doing a documentary, and Mark Wahlberg's company had a hand in my doc, and now Kevin Garnett is taking it to the next level, and we were interviewing former prosecutors and agents on my case. And, what we found out, some of them said that they looked at me like I was bringing Ebola into Utah, and that if they don't do something about it, they will have invited moral corruption. And so they had to stop me, basically, because I brought Snoop out here. I brought all kinds of acts out to Salt Lake, and we were doing concerts, recording albums. I had an album out where they were representing my city. And, we had all these people talking about it. And so it was getting big, and, they didn't like it. I did an album with Mac Dre, and I know they didn't like Mac Dre, because from the Bay Area, and he was real, gangster. So they didn't like that. And I did an album with him and brought him out here. And yeah, they didn't like it at all.
So like just even culturally from Utah, just kind of that ultra conservative.
Yeah, absolutely. Because a lot of people don't know, Salt Lake City itself is very liberal. It's very diverse, but the outskirts, when you go outside of Salt Lake City, Provo, all that, those are all, they're all Mormon, they're all conservative, and they don't like that culture. But in the city itself, it's diverse. We had the first openly gay mayor, and so it's like the Salt Lake City is diverse, but you go outside of that, and it starts getting rural, and they don't like it. And so they looked at me bringing this hip hop, weed smoking culture into Utah, and they were like, no, we got to stop this.
So when all this started to transpire, did you have obviously probably no idea that somebody that was inside of your circle was taking stuff back and even kind of almost conspiring to set you up in a way?
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, the dude they used was like, he had been to prison multiple times. He was like a violent gang member, and he was like the last person I would have done this. And he was doing so much bigger stuff. Like, he was working with cartel members, so he could have given up anyone. And we actually spoke to him recently. I didn't, but someone on my team, they want to interview him. And he said that he offered to give up murders, carfuls of meth with the cartel. And they said, no, we want Weldon Angelos. And he was like, he told them, even to this day, he don't understand why they turned all that down just for me. And at the end of the day, when they did a year and a half investigating me, all they got was $900 worth of weed. And it was like, they had to do something for it. So they had to make this case bigger than it was, because they spent all that money and all that time, and all they got was $900. So
was this publicized?